What it do? It's your boy Bubble, aka GP. I want to give a shout out to my boy Prince Ken for the song too, man. Coming from Montgomery, Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Prince Ken for the song again. Tonight, the 80s Baby Conversation is introducing the Gentlemen's Club, where we could be men. You know what I'm saying? It's for the fellas, ladies. So, y'all can chime in, y'all can log in, check us out, listen in, you know what I'm saying? See what we're talking about tonight. So, and I have my partner tonight with me, Holyfield, Rashad, whatever y'all want to call him. He's in the building tonight with me once again. You know what I'm saying? Everybody will ask me to bring him back, so he's back, So, Holyfield, tell them about yourself again, man, just in case they don't know who you is.
Man, Rashad Holyfield, man, I'm straight out of Montgomery, Alabama. I'm a native and just a hardworking guy. That's it, man. Hardworking guy with an opinion like everybody else.
Okay. Hey, to my friends and my family, if y'all with us tonight, man, go ahead and like and subscribe to our YouTube and our Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let's get to it. We're gonna dive right on into it. So let's talk about let's talk about what attracts a man to a woman, Holyfield. What?
Good topic. I think there's a misconception with that question, man. And there's a lot of liars in the world. So let's set the record straight. What the first thing that attracts a man to a woman is her physical appearance. Is a physical appearance.
You're right. And I'm glad you said that too, Holyfield, because a lot of women will sit here and be like, oh, you coming at me because I'm thick, I'm bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the first thing that we see. We don't know you as a person yet. So what are we supposed to be attracted to besides, the physical appearance at first? You know what I'm saying? You made it. That was a good one, Holyfield. Good talk. But go ahead.
Let me, and just to add to what you're saying, men are physical. So what we see, whatever entices us, that's what we're gonna be attracted to, initially. So if I meet a woman in a gas station, grocery store, concert, no matter where I meet her at, I have this issue, if I walk up to a female, maybe you've experienced this. You walk up to a woman, you ask her name and her number and her name first or whatever, and she gets to looking at you crazy because she said, all men want is one thing. No, initially, that's what men want because we're physical creatures. So that lets me know that somewhere in your home or somewhere down the line, you haven't been trained on how to entertain a man. You haven't been groomed on that period. And you have this misconception of men. And that's why, relationships, especially in the African American community, do not last. I have seen white guys approach girls the same way, approach white girls the same way. 4 years later, 5 years later, they marry. Why is it in the African American community? 4 years later, we still on, you just want to lay with me or some stuff like that. And so many guys say, Holyfield, that's not the case with me, man. I don't know where this talk coming from and all this mess coming from. And I'll tell a lot of guys, a lot of women have not been trained on how to date. And so,
and with that being said, I didn't mean to cut you off. With that being
go
said,
ahead.
You're right. Because first of all, like we said on many episodes that we've had before, or many conversations we had before, a lot of women don't have that male figure in their life. They're not raised with their dads in their lives. You know what I'm saying? And even some of the ones that have fathers in their lives or had fathers in their lives growing up, is, depending on the type of man and how they was raised, you know what I'm saying, it still wasn't taught in the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It still wasn't taught in the household. What you having, and I'm glad I'm saying that too. That brings up, you know what I'm saying, like women that's raised by their grandmas and their moms. Those women probably had a bad experience with a man. You know what I'm saying? And guess what they gonna do? They gonna put that off on that female, their daughter or their granddaughter, and then there it is. Now they got a messed up, you know what I'm saying, thought about how they should go or how a man should approach them or how they should treat a man. You know what I'm saying?
True. Let me say this. The title of all this, and y'all make sure you go out and hit the like button and you subscribe to this channel, because y'all are doing definitely something for our community, and that narrative needs to happen more often.
Right.
Let me say this. I see where in the comments somebody said train. See, we have a problem in our community with certain words because of the misconception of things.
Right.
You're trained on anything. You go to a job, you don't look at your boss crazy when he say, we got to train you to do this job, so you got to take courses. Where it's the same way in life. Women as well as men have to be groomed or trained on how to, old people used to say, court. If you don't know how to do that, then coming out the gate, you in bad shape. And that's
now I don't want to stray too far away from the question, but I want to talk about like what attracts a man to a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like
looks.
Yeah,
looks is the first thing. Looks.
Right.
Looks. If you looks. Looks is the first, because when I meet you, I'm not looking at your brain. I can't reach.
I don't know you.
I don't know you. So something has to attract me to you. Something has to make me say, let me look again, or I'm intrigued by this person. So it has to be something physical. It has to be. I mean, I don't know what's with women. They damn near want you to be a god or something. Read my mind and tell me what I made in the 3rd grade on my report card or something weird stuff. So it looks is the first thing. Men, we are logical. We look at looks. We start asking questions right then. How many kids she got? If you ain't got any kids, that's a plus. How old are you? If you got children, how old are you? Certain things like that. Do you live by yourself or you live with your mother? We just trying to get a feel for you. Then after that,
even with them, with some of them questions though, a woman might feel offended with you answering her something like that. Though.
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
Because they ask you those questions.
They definitely gonna ask us that question.
They gonna ask you those questions.
They definitely gonna ask that question.
Who you stay with? Time you walk away, this is the first thing they'll tell their girlfriend. Girl, some dude walked up to me at Walmart. And then when I asked him where he lived at, he talking about he trying to get on his feet and he live with his mama. She gonna cut you down right now. She gonna cut you down at that point. So why a man can't ask the same questions? What's wrong with a man asking? Listen, let's not make everything a gender thing. A lot of things are universal.
Right.
I'm supposed to do these things as well as you. So the men look for, and another thing we look for in women, compatibility.
Right.
Are you compatible?
That should be the second thing though. But I guess the compatibility come with the conversation and seeing, getting to know each other. You know what I'm saying? I guess, that's gonna come with getting to know once you start interacting or talking or courting, as the old folks say, or dating. I guess that's gonna come with it. You know what I'm saying? But then, that's where you start. Once you start getting along like that, that's when you start Xing out stuff, because she could be physically attractive, and once you start talking to her mind might not be where you thought it was, or you might, or yours might. I don't know. It can go vice versa. We talking about the men right now though, but you know, her mind, she could be bad or a fine, beautiful woman, but you know, that's all she got going. She could be a airhead, as a lot of people say. You know what I'm saying?
And I think a lot of women now that is the thing, because our hip hop culture, that's what we're spreading now. That's what we're promoting. Body, 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 body. So what women are doing now is they're having all kind of surgeries. They're doing all type of things to enhance their body so they can get, what Kevin Samuels called a high valued man. But if you have no substance about yourself, a guy's not gonna stick around. He'll knock you down.
And that right. That's a good cause. He'll knock it down, but he sure ain't gonna stick around. I like that one. Hey, I like that one. That was a good one. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like that one. I like that one. But you know, and then moving on with the same conversation though, what do like to turn off? You know what I'm saying? You know, I see a lot of these days. I see a lot of females out here in these clubs, and you know, they there every weekend. You know what I'm saying? But then on the flip side, you know what I'm saying, the men in the club too, because they trying to catch they trying to catch the ones that's out there every day, of course. But you know, you got these women that's clubbing every weekend, man, and you know what I'm saying, like, but they want a good man though.
Right. Let me ask you a
question.
question.
Let me ask you this. Maybe I'm saying this wrong. Let me ask you this. Would a woman clubbing every night or every weekend, would that be an attractive woman to you?
No.
Why?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
You hunt. You're a country boy. You hunt. If you was deer hunting and you couldn't find no deer, and you was like, man, I'm looking, and let's just say you stumbled upon 9 silverback gorillas, and 3 deers was over there with the silverback gorillas. What's the first thing gonna come to your mind? What the deer's doing over here?
Well, right.
The same. So the deers are the women. The silverback gorillas represent the club and all the scavengers in it. Why you attracted to this every week, day in and day out? I understand, like old folks say, a little gyration is good for the soul, but damn, right. Every weekend you in a juke joint.
But they say they want a good man though, you know.
Nah, you're not gonna.
You're not gonna find them enough.
You're not gonna find a good man in a club. You know, social gatherings, yeah, but in a club every week, nah.
Maybe a house party, something like that. A house party, you might find you a good one at a little house party.
House party. I put it to you this way. But see, that's hard to say, because guys, we are natural born hunters. So we everywhere. See, a woman is not a hunter. It's not a woman's place to be a hunter. So she don't need to be everywhere. She needs to be in the right places. You see what I'm saying? That was the point of the analogy.
Hey, Raven said, where do you find one then? If it, you know what I'm saying, where do you find a good man at?
If you find a good man, well, I would say church, but I mean, the church full of number of women, and the preacher telling y'all what y'all want to hear. That's the only reason why y'all keep coming back. And men stop going to church because they don't want to hear that nonsense.
Right.
They know it's a lie. So you can't find a good man in church. I mean, you just have to let them approach you, whether it be at the gas station. But honestly, you can find a good man anywhere, because we are hunters. So we're going to go hunt. We're going to be everywhere. The club. We're going to be at, some might be at church. You're going to find us in the grocery store, because that is our natural way. We hunt.
Listen, I see some, as my aunt said, something about in the grocery stores and in the libraries. Yeah. Like,
you have to be, the library is a good place.
That'll work for a different type of age group. Now, depending on the age group that we talking about, you know, first of all, a lot of the women my age and under me ain't going to the library themselves. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely not gonna find them in a place like that. Half of them don't even know how to cook. So you definitely not gonna find women in the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? It worked 2 ways, man. Like the ones you find in the grocery store, is they already mad at, you know, women. The women that you'll find in grocery store, libraries and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They already married, you know what I'm saying? They already got somebody. So
right,
you know,
right.
But a woman can't go and find a man in those places though, because they know.
Because we hunters. So we setting up traps everywhere. We cover the whole turf. We cover the whole jungle. You know, we everywhere. Hunt. Because that's our natural nature.
And somebody asked, what's a good man?
Well, here's the thing. What's a good man? That's a great question. It depends on what she's looking for.
Right, because everybody got different things that they're looking for in a person, in a relationship.
Right. I would say a good woman is a woman that cook, take care of home, non-cheater, things of that nature. But when most women say they're looking for a good man, they're really not looking for a good man. They're looking for a beta male. They're looking for a weak man. A man that basically most women that say they want a good man, they want a man that have no other choices. That's why they, you know, you hear women say certain things like, well, the Lord said come as you are and all that. But I tell a lot of women, even though you come as you are, God still requires you to change. So you're gonna do the same thing with me. You're not gonna stay 300 pounds or whatever if I choose to date you. We're gonna drop some weight, we're gonna get in shape, we're gonna look our best, feel our best, and be our best. And if you don't want to do that, I'm not, but first of all, I'm not gonna invest too much time in you, you know. So if you're not talking about anything, you gotta go.
Right.
That's just all to it.
But like I say though, you know, everybody's definition of a good man is gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? Just like our definition of a good what's a good woman to me might not be a good woman to you. You know what I'm saying?
True. I agree.
It's different characteristics of it. So, you know, everybody got different preferences. So it's like, you know, what you eat don't make you, you know what I'm saying?
Right. A lot of times it depends on the options that men have. I see what somebody said, never change for a man, do it for yourself. You know what? I hear people say never change for a man, do it for yourself. I'm finna be honest with y'all, man.
Go ahead.
Everybody, you know, Tupac said this, and it's so true. The men buy the clothes they buy because a woman say it look good. A man buy a certain car because a woman say it look good. This been since the beginning of time. Even King Solomon talked about the mystery between a man and a woman, and how a man will go out his way to impress a woman and do certain things. So all this narrative about you should never do something for nobody. Yeah, that sounds good, but there are certain things that is marketed to be higher than other things because women like this and men go out and do it. So, you know, and guess what? That same woman that making that comment will also say that's what a man's supposed to do. But when it come down to her, you know what? Doing something for a man is good. Do it for yourself.
Hey, that real talk. Hey, what you saying is so right, because you know they always like, man, you just made a valid point. Holyfield. You right. You know, they'll say quit what a man's supposed to do. A man's supposed to pay bills, or a man's supposed to cut the yard, or a man's supposed to work hard. You know, well, a woman's supposed to cook, and a woman's supposed to fix a man's plate and do all that too. But now these days, you know, hey, baby, you'll fix my plate. Hey, fix it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Why you can't do it? You know what I'm saying? I cook it. Why you can't? You know what I'm saying?
Right. So what modern women want, they want an old-fashioned man, but they got new ways.
Old-fashioned man, but they got new ways.
They got new ways, and that don't work. You want me to be the traditional standard of a man, You want me to be the
I'm sorry, I'm
traditional
reading the
standard of a
comment.
man,
I'm reading
but
the
you
comment.
don't want to be the traditional standard of a woman. I have love and compatibility. What else attracts a man? Love. I'm gonna be honest with you. Men really don't care about love when they first meet you. I don't want to break your heart. We care about how you look and how you present yourself.
But you have, hey, hold on now. You got some men that say, "Oh man, he'll tell her he love on the second date."
Because he's a beta male. He's weak. He's weak. He don't have any options in life. So he trying to take the first thing smoking.
He giving her what he giving her everything she want to hear, right?
Right, because he's selling himself. He's like an athlete that has had 18 years in the league, and he ain't got 1 year left, but he trying to get to the Trailblazers or somebody, you know. So I mean,
what else? What else? Because she want to know. You know, these women want to know because they the ones tuning in. She said she need a rundown. Those were your first two mentions. I need a rundown. Run it down, hold it. Hold it. Let me go open the gate for you. Come on in, hold.
Man, another thing is once a man meets you and he get to know you, men don't want women that want to be mean. Let me say it again for the congregation. I don't want to date a man. I want to date a woman. I need a woman to be feminine. All this boss B and all this, you know, I'll be honest with you.
You got a queen, man.
Right. Women now want to be Allen Iverson. You see what I'm saying? I mean, you might disagree with me, might say I'm old-fashioned, whatever. Now you got women with tattoos on their face, they neck, they wearing sleeves. I don't know if you go to the club or you want to shoot a jump shot. I really don't know. You know, I don't know if you want to be a woman or Allen Iverson. So, you know,
I mean, tattoo cool though, Holyfield. Cool. I ain't gonna lie. Tattoo a woman with tattoo that kind of turns some men on. You know, that might be some men like. They might like them tattoos.
Hey, listen, and nothing wrong.
That's your personal preference.
But the point I'm making is it didn't start with women. That was a masculine thing. And women took on those traits after this whole women's liberation movement, following other cultures that was non-African. And then it turned into, now I want to go tit for tat with you. I want to be a man. I wear the pants in the house. I hold everything down. You know, listen,
I see Gloria Moore, as my aunt said, I have did all that: cook, fix the plate, clean the house, wash clothes. Now, what kind of woman that is that Holyfield that do all that?
That's a good woman. Okay. But once again, she might have been with a beta male.
Well, listen though, the thing is too, you gotta understand. Like I said from day one, man, times have changed, so the preferences has changed too for a lot of, you know what I'm saying, men and women. So it ain't like all these people that's coming in and saying, you know, this and that. That's that old age. That's out the door now. You know what I'm saying? We talking about today in today's dating and modern time, like now, like a lot of that stuff ain't sliding, man. That they want. And the same thing with us, Holyfield. We want a woman to do all these things, and today's woman just ain't doing those things. Now you got some that's doing it, but like I say, just the time is not allowing these girls to do this type of stuff that we want. And we look back and seen women, you know, that women did back in the day. Like my aunt said, she fixed the plate, washed clothes, you know, did all that. These women not doing that today. So it's like it's a different preference. You know what I'm saying? So that again, you know, besides physical, but besides the physical, you know, aspect of it, like what else does a man have to look for in a woman? You know what I'm saying? Like what other traits? Because they ain't cooking. Some of them ain't cleaning. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff that's missing out of the equation.
So here's the answer to that. Real men got to stand up. Because here's the thing. I can go out right now and I can I could buy a chick a Louis Vuitton bag, buy
Right.
her some Manolo Blahniks. I can get her a Tom Ford scarf. I can
Right.
get her Estee Lauder makeup and a Celine bag, and I could
Right.
put up in an apartment in the a condo, or so. I could do all that. And guess what? That is still a traditional man.
Right.
That's still a traditional man because women been asking for that since the beginning of time. And even the modern woman who is making money now is still asking for a man to do those things. So the narrative for men have not changed. Men are now saying, hey, look, you don't cook, you don't do this and that, but you still
Right.
ask me to be a traditional man. So that's why African American men are leaving. Because I talk to a lot of men every day, and I hear the same thing. I can go to another culture, meet a woman who's gonna be submissive, and
Right.
even if she don't know these things, she's gonna want to learn these things because she understands what I go through on a day-to-day basis. And so the last place she want to have a discord at is when I come home. You know, that should be my kingdom. That should be where when I come home, I feel like
Right.
a real man. Because when I go to work, I got to deal with so much, and I'm
So
powerless in my
much.
work.
So much.
So much. And so when you come home, the last thing a man wants to hear is nagging and this and that, and you on the phone gossiping with your girlfriend, and all this and that. Because what a lot of women don't understand is when your man come home and the first thing he hear and see is you on the phone gossiping, he's experienced that all day.
Right.
And sometimes that hits his paycheck, because as men, gossiping on the job leads to a lot of things for us. It's natural for women. So when I get in the car, I don't want to hear, it's traumatizing. I don't want to hear that. I've been hearing gossip all day. Somebody about to lose their job because such and such did this and all this and that, and so that narrative. When I come home, I want to feel like I'm coming into a whole nother world.
Now, my sister, she wrote a comment. Raven wrote a comment and said, "Is every man entitled to king treatment?"
No,
No.
no,
No.
no. That's not what I'm saying. No, not at all. I listen. I speak for women. I do not believe in bashing women, but I also understand women control the narrative now. And so women, this is the world women fought hard to have. And a lot of women do not understand that single parent homes do not produce men. So so many people have a misconception of what marriage is. Marriage is not about love. Marriage is about duty. Just read the vows. It is no different than you signing up for the Marines, the Army, the Navy, and after duty comes love. When you fulfill that duty, that it produces something within you.
And I think, and Tequila said, "Are we dating for marriage or clout?" Today, I think it's more clout. I said that on the episode before, man. I said that. I said, man, a lot of people are getting married because their friends are getting married. You know what I'm saying? Oh, girl, y'all ain't got y'all was together before we got together. We got married last year. You know what I'm saying? It's clout.
It's right there. Clout. And Bob, I want to pinpoint. I don't want to forget this. I want to say this, and I know you're going to agree with this. So many Black women had good men in their life. They met them in high school.
Right.
So sometimes circumstances and situations happen because we're listening to our girlfriends and our homeboys and a lot of other things. And what we think is a good man is not a good man because society says that type of man ain't cool, or that's toxic masculinity. So we go get these other type of men that society say is a real man and is far from a real man. And so you cannot have that narrative with that type of man because he don't even know how to be a man.
You're absolutely right.
So you spend an extra 20, 25 years married to the wrong type of man. Now you're 55 looking for your high school sweetheart, and it just
it's over with.
It's over with. You almost you close to 100 years old. Shit, I mean, you're 50. It's over with. I mean, it's over with. Cosmopolitan. A lot of these magazines, the editors have now said they lied to housewives. They lied to women.
I guess. Hold on before you get in deeper in that. She keep asking, but what she want to know what attracts a man. She asking for her single friends.
I just
like
told
what attracts a man to a woman? What do the women need to do to make us want to be attracted to them, Hopefield?
First of all, stop. The first thing women need to do is stop trying to be a man. That's the first thing. You need to stop trying to be a boss bee and all this and that, and go back to the fundamentals of what a woman is. Because here's the thing: if you don't have good values and morals about yourself, and you get caught up in this character of I'm a boss, this and that, you might meet a good guy, but once he see that, it's gonna be smash and dash. He ain't sticking around. He gonna do it again.
No, smash it.
Yeah, right. He gonna take out. You saying no.
And another thing. Now this is a tip for a woman. You know what I'm saying? Now this is a great tip I'm finna give a woman that'll keep a man attracted to you. Now this probably a lot of y'all females' problem. The bad relationship that y'all probably went through. Keep them skeletons in the closet. Don't tell the next man that, because what you're doing is you're giving that next man a way to be even slicker on you. You know what I'm saying? Right. So if you've been in a relationship with a man, don't go telling that new man what the old dude did, because what he gonna do in his head is set up a plan that you ain't gonna be able to detect based off of what you already done told him. Now that's a good tip for y'all.
You own it.
Stop telling what happened in your past relationship, whether it was good or bad. Leave that in the past, because apparently it ain't work out. You ain't with the man. So meeting a new guy or keeping that guy attracted to you, don't start telling him what, because then in his head you might tell him something that he might think, wow, she let him do that. And then once you do that, now you giving too much rope to hang yourself with now, because as soon as you go to demanding stuff from this new guy and he knows your history, he gonna look and say, well, why didn't you do that with your last relationship? Why you want to wait till you get with me to start demanding and being this stand-up woman? See,
this the problem right here. I think women are hunters too. See, that's the problem. A woman's job is not to hunt. A woman's job is, see, here's the problem. I'm gonna just put it out here. You 19, 20, no, your mama, your grandma can't tell you nothing, your aunts can't tell you nothing, because you're hot in the pants, like the old folks say. You go out here and get a baby, you get 2 babies by the time 25. And that's why you got to work so hard and you got to hustle, because you got children. And then 9 times out of 10, you got children with a nothing, you know what. So you're dooming yourself from the jump. And so what we have to do now to save the youth is go back and say, the greatest thing a woman can do for a man is give that man life. And that's a child. And those things are precious. See, when your culture has been stripped from you, you don't know your head from your tail, like old people used to say. You don't. You don't know what's really valuable. And so, society says, according to European standards, you got to get a man making this and this, this and this. Well, the African-American man just started making money, honestly, after 1985. And then and we still was struggling. It just been early, maybe 1997, 98, black men started making a little something. So the narrative now is, in order for African American man to be this modern man, to put a woman in a G5 or something like that, he has to play sports. So if sports don't work for him, he didn't get the proper education. So now he has to settle for a factory job.
Hey,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead, Hopefield. You said
So
something.
now he's not cool because he don't fit the narrative of what BT and MTV told you needed to get. We need to stop listening to a lot of songs and foolishness. If I read out the lyrics to "I Don't Want No Scrub," you know, yeah, I'm sitting on the passenger side of my friend's ride, my homeboy ride. I just hopped in the car with him. That don't necessarily mean I don't have anything. See, the stupid stuff we listen to.
He might be the one sitting on the passenger seat might be the one with the money. Why you downplaying?
With the money. The one driving might be,
you know, women do that. Now I could be riding with you, or you could be riding me, Holyfield, and a woman, you holler at a woman out the passenger seat. You know what I'm saying? But we riding in this new i8 BMW, you know what I'm saying? We you know, I'm driving and you sit in the passenger seat, she gonna think less of you. She want to drive, but just don't know how that man finna take you out on no date when he paying this $1,300-$1,400 car note every month plus insurance. The one sitting in the passenger seat, he along for the ride like you trying to be. He chilling. He chilling. He the one with the cheese. But they gonna downplay you because you sitting in that passenger seat. You right.
So true. You know, me and you
they looking for the wrong one. That's them. That's the women hunting though. That's how they hunt. They hunt off of, you know,
because a woman don't know how to hunt.
And somebody made a good comment. Somebody said, stop looking for a man. That's real.
That's true.
That's real, because you ain't gonna get what you're looking for. You need to let a man come to you and see you for you, and let that man come to you.
Here's the thing. I look at cultures. I remember I recently went out to eat downtown.
Hold on. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
And my cousin made a comment, and I just said it to somebody today too. They said, hey, cuz men don't want good women. I have done it all, but some men want thighs that can do anything but lay on their, that can't do anything but lay on their back. Me being an older woman from the 80s and want someone who can have. Listen, man, I just said the same thing. Like, I just said that to a person today. We were talking about that. I say, they were like, a man, it's some, you got to find out what the other problem is, because just because you think you know, when you think you're doing all the right thing, it still might be something that's lacking in an area. You know what I'm saying?
So watch this. The objective is mixed up. Women are looking for pretty men. That's the problem. A man's supposed to look for a pretty woman. Women ain't supposed to look for pretty men. You see what I'm saying? Women now want men that are gorgeous, and the gorgeous men are the ones out there that's looking for the thighs, because they're using their looks and going to the gym as a tool to get what they looking for.
That's true too.
A lot of women want this old-fashioned standard, but they don't understand the mentality of old-fashioned men. Old-fashioned men were hardworking.
Yep.
They weren't concerned with, they weren't in no mirror for no hour in the morning trying to fix their hair and all that stuff. And and I'll prove it to you even in modern times. This is where I was going. I recently went to a restaurant opening downtown Montgomery. This restaurant, the owner has put close to $7 million in it.
Are you reading the comments? Are you reading the comments? I hope you'll come across the stream, man. Like, you got to be. One of my friends, Torn. Hey, what's up, Torn, man? Hey, I see
Sandra, Sandra, I agree with you. So these women these days want sons, not men. That's true. So here's the thing. The owner of the restaurant come from a family that's worth billions of dollars. If you had seen how this man was dressed in the black community, black women would laugh at him. See, we are caught up on the wrong things.
Right.
The wrong things. You can go to other cultures and see men, high value men, and they look like they got the suit from a dead person. You know what I'm saying? But they got a pocket full of money. They got goals. They got morals, and they're looking for someone. They're looking for companionship and someone who's going to support them and have their children. And most men want to create a legacy, and that has been stripped from us. Let me tell you something. It started in the early 60s. Black women started listening to James Brown, and it carried on. And the new age James Brown turned into Luke, Uncle Luke. And so as a culture, we don't mind being turned out. And that has become our narrative. Sad to say, that is the truth. Man, you could take it.
That means
because I've said, and I have watched other cultures, and I've watched successful men in other cultures. Now, they're not out here at a Tom Ford store, and these men worth millions of dollars. And the women that on their sides, guess what, are happy to be with them. It's a woman's job to go out and to razzle it down and look good.
And that brings up this right here, what I'm about to say, man. A woman will leave a broke man, but a man, you know what I'm saying. But it can't be the other way around.
No, it can't be the other way around. But watch this now. Modern women want it this way. Catch what I'm saying to you. Modern woman.
Hey, hold up. Before you say that, I want to say something about a comment that I seen earlier. Tequila made. She said a lot of women will start off doing everything that we asking for and make a man too comfortable. They start out doing a little stuff too early.
You going after the wrong type of man, and you know where that comes from? A woman trying to hunt. It ain't a woman's place to hunt.
Right. It all come back to it. Stay out the field because you're not a hunter.
Stay out the field. You're not a hunter. And listen, I'm for my sisters. You're not gonna find a person that's for his culture and for his people like me. I promise you. I'm not bashing women. But there is a narrative. And you know what? Kevin Samuel said it, and it's true. Women control the bed and men control marriage. That is true.
You can't tell these women that, man.
So a lot of times I ask people, they talking about, don't nobody want to marry me. Nobody want to get married no more and this and that. Marriage is a duty. Are you willing to subscribe to this duty, whether this man is faithful or not? That's irrelevant. Read the contract. Marriage is a duty.
Hey, you about to have these women coming in on this right here, boy. What you say?
Watch this though.
It don't matter if he's faithful or not.
Let me watch this. A lot of these women are products of outside children. So guess what? Take it or leave it. It's the truth. This is the truth. I might be the product of an outside child. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm truly saying is, if you look back in the early 1900s, men have always had other women or other children. They didn't take nothing out of their home, the main house. And that woman knew that. But at that time, Black people understood family was important, and they understood community. See, the women's movement stripped that from you. See, another culture looked and said, dog, this man is spreading his seed and he keeps repopulating. So we got to come at these people another type of way. So what they did, a woman, when Donald Trump became president, this woman was at the White House with a women's movement again, and black women was right up there with her. And Gloria Steinem was a secret CIA agent, and she wrote a book in the 70s downplaying black men, but she wrote it under a black woman's name. See, here's the thing, man. We don't read. We don't want to be educated no more. We just want to. All men want is a regular car with some rims, and all women want is a new purse and to be able to shake their behinds. That's what the older generations is saying. I was talking to an older woman a couple of weeks ago, and she said, "Baby," she said, "I'm gonna be honest with you." She said, "I knew we knew a lot of things were going on."
Right.
She said, "Holyfield, we knew a lot of things were going on with our leaders, but we knew that these leaders were men. They were human at the end of the day. But we also could see God in them and where they were striving to be better men. And we supported them in that. We still had that type of unity." She said, "Nah, these young women can't take nothing. And they talking about their CEOs and this and that. And you look up, the IRS coming, taking half of them to prison because they scamming. You know what I'm saying? They got this scam going on, this credit card scam." So, man, listen, I don't want to hear that narrative about you a boss B and all this and that. Tell me how good you can fry some chicken. That's all too.
Hey, they can tell you all about getting some money and what kind of car and purses that is, but they can't tell you what kind of seasoning going on that chicken.
Right. So culturally, I think a lot of African American men and women need to look at what's important. And
She said, tell her what it takes for a woman to bait you.
Man, listen. I only deal with high value women. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have time for the foolishness.
Hold on, man. And my mom, another easier, said, "But you got these sorry men at the house that don't work. Why you let them in there?
Why you let them in there?
Yeah. Why you let him in there in the first place?
Right.
He ain't supposed to have been in there. You should have known that. You should have known he wasn't working when you let him in there.
A woman's job is to make
came in, ain't working. How you think he leaving out? Not working.
A woman's job is to hold a man accountable. Women are not holding men accountable anymore. Right. But most women don't know how to be women. They trying to be a man. It's all screwed up, man. It's all screwed up.
Yeah, it is.
It's all screwed up. Your mother is coming from a place where when your mother was growing up, she seen real women. Ain't no man is out of 100%, 3% is real women now in the African American community.
If
that. And
that's just from a man's point of view.
From a man's point of view. Now, I'll be honest with you. As a man, I tell any woman, baby, you ain't getting much out here. Because most men now are coming out of single parent homes and they're feminized when they come out the home. They're groomed to be girls. They don't know what it is to work hard, bring home a paycheck, take care of the family, and help support your woman. They don't know what that is. They don't know what that is. They trying to be girls themselves.
I seen a comment that said, Sandra put that said something like, women just got sex and love mixed up. That is true.
That's
because,
true. But
women think that when they get women think they getting good sex, they'll put up with a lot of stuff, getting good sex, and then they be mad when the man ain't being a man or being a man that they thought he was, but they'll put up with it though for a little while.
You want to know why? Because women have been stripped of true definition. And this is what I mean. Marriage, my friend, is about duty. It is not about love.
But somebody said both ends. It's both ends got to be. It got to be held up on both ends though. So
I
like
agree.
you were saying,
I agree.
But you were saying earlier though. I think they was making that comment because you said earlier though. You said it don't matter if he's faithful or not. You know what I'm saying? That man is reading them same. You know what I'm saying? Them same words to that woman.
Right. But here's the thing. Men understand duty. Women is not getting that. Modern day women has strayed away from that. Men understand duty. Watch this.
Let me ask you this.
A man can cheat.
Let me ask you this. Is anywhere in the Bible does it say a man should be faithful, supposed to be faithful?
In the Bible?
In a like the you know, the vows that they read you.
No, man, let me tell you something, man. The vows that you read, really, it don't tell you nothing about being faithful. That's how much we don't even read, man. That's why a lot of other cultures, they write their own personal vows.
Right.
We don't even read, man. Damn. Shit.
So what are the man duties?
A man duties? It depends on what is negotiated. It depends on what's negotiated.
Off the bat, as a man, what in your head? What are your duties going into the marriage, Hopefield? I guess
my duties is to be a protector, a provider, a counselor. I'm the priest of my home.
But you got to be the right man though, because you can have a man that is out here, you know what I'm saying, turning a woman on the drug, then trying to teach her how to trap.
Well, yeah, see, that's not a real man, man. That's a scumbag. That's a scumbag. But here's the thing.
Well, at least I can say he putting on games so they can make some money.
But here's the thing, man. So many women pass up the good guy. So many women pass up the good guy because he's considered lame.
Right.
And then you wait till you 45 to say, how about now? Man, please. Man, please.
What they say? How about now?
How about now? You know, I'm single now. No.
What's a good guy?
There's so many good guys out here.
What's a good guy though?
Hardworking, want to go to college, get an education, or go to trade school, get an education. Here's the thing. You can get a man with a lot of money and he treats you like crap. And you can get a man making $35,000, $40,000 a year and he'll give you his whole paycheck. But that ain't good enough for you. So guess what? You get what you deserve. That's all to it. Oh, man, I'm sick of this now. Good man. I'm being honest with you, because guess what? You don't want no scrub. So hey,
right. And somebody said, my partner Torn said, you know, when a woman see the word or hear the word submissive, it makes them feel weak, and that's true. These women these days, if you say the word submissive to them, you just cuss them out. You just disrespect them.
Right.
Submit to what? Why I'm gonna submit to you? This, that. They gotta,
because they are the product of those mothers who joined that liberal movement in the 70s. I keep trying to tell y'all, man. Listen to me, please.
So ladies, let's clear this up. We're gonna try to clear it up for a lot of men, man.
I'm finna call out some names.
The word submissive doesn't make you weak. We don't think like that. We ain't think, oh, she's submitting to me, or she's a weak woman. No, that ain't, no.
You know, the Bible tells you to submit to each other. That's the correct way. You know, I mean, but in today's society,
the said, y'all are about that poly life. Why can't a woman deserve a faithful man? Like,
what is faithful? What is faithful? If you want to have
a man that's a faithful, hold on, a faithful to a woman, faithful to them is a man that's only about them, only sleeping with them, only messing with them, only thinking about them, dreaming about them. That's faithful, and not out here sleeping with other women.
So that's you know faithful. What I say to a lot of women like that? I would say 60% of the women I talk to that say that that's a good man for them are they're pure-hearted women and they deserve that. But then you got that other 40% that'll say they want a man like that, but he got to make a certain amount of money. And I ask this question. I often ask women, are you a Christian? And 100% of the time, yes. So I say, the type of man you want, monetary wise, in the Bible is a king, and he had multiple wives. I don't care if it was Solomon or David, those type of men will look at you, Abraham, and they will laugh in your face. They tell you, I love you, but that's not how it goes.
That's real. Now you said so. They use these terms like kings and queens. You know what I'm saying? That queen. I never watched the movie. Now the queen would always slip and cheat some form of fashion, but she had to do it undercover. But on all the movies I've seen, you know, the kings, like you say, had multiple wives, and the queen knew about it. So they always refer to, I need a king and I'm a queen. Y'all not playing your roles, are you?
Well, first of all, when a woman tells me she a queen,
what you ask?
I run from the women like that.
But what you ask a woman to tell you? What you told me the other day at work, man?
Listen, I asked you how much property you own, and do you have an army? And who pay taxes to you? And who pay taxes to you? Because you talking about you're a queen. Who pay taxes to you? See how we start throwing this stuff around, man, that sound foolish. Like I hear some brothers say they are God. A God of what? You know, what are you a God of? You know, you said me you're a queen. Who pay taxes to you?
Yeah, they say they want a king, but you want the king without without all the other qualities that he came with. You want him to have all the money and the big castle, but you don't want him to have
me because y'all are on one. No, it's Raven. It's not that. Raven, I know that you are a good woman. You just using slang, modern slang. But I know Raven come from great pedigree. She come from great stock.
Well, I can yeah, she does.
She come from great stock. So I think Raven's situation is she just using slang. But a lot of women I meet like Raven, I say, you have to understand something. If you want that high valued man, like every time you say it,
talk to her.
If you want that high value man, let me tell you something. You're gonna put up with something in this life. I'm gonna be honest with you.
And you know, and what you saying that Holyfield, that's a good statement you made, because at the end of the day, for real, y'all, and this goes for men and women, at the end of the day, it all boils down to what you're willing to put up with and what you ain't willing to put up with anybody you deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, for women and men, it really boils down to what you want to put up with. So,
right,
you know, if you ain't willing to put up with a lot of things, then you know you gotta reevaluate yourself too in your situation, or the person you're talking to, because you know, like I say,
I'm trying.
What are you willing to put up with, and what are you not willing to put up with?
I'm trying to pull up some scholarship. I'm trying to pull up these. I'm looking for something real quick. See, it's a reason why we're in the position we're in as black men and black women. Give me 1 second.
If y'all such a good man, why y'all ain't married? Because hey, you know, you probably ain't found a good woman yet, T. You know, that's what we saying. These modern day women, they just ain't, you know.
She said, "Well, maybe we don't want to be married just yet. You know, we hunting or something. You know what I mean?" Listen, that's deflecting a lot of times. Well, why y'all ain't married, or why is it? You know,
that same question to be asked on both parties though in that situation, because you know, why these women ain't married yet? If they such a good woman, why they ain't married yet?
Former Secretary of the State, Madeleine Albright. That's one reason. Gloria Steinem. That's another reason. And what's her name?
Hold on, tell me
Janet
what you
Reed.
looking up. Tell me
You
what you
know,
looking up again.
see, you had these women. You had these women that came with this new feminine order, and black women bought into this mess. Go back to your culture. I challenge any young woman. Listen, go back to your culture. Just 50 years ago, up the road, and rediscover how black women was then. You ain't got to go back thousands of years ago, but just go back
Just 50.
Just 50. You know, black women then got more and had more than they have now.
But you know what? The women of the day will call a woman like back then crazy. Was crazy, you know, because they put up with a lot of stuff that they swear they not putting up with today.
Did you still putting up with it today? He's even worse now. Because, man, listen, nothing is new under the sun. These women talking about, I ain't putting up with what my grandma put up with. I tell them I'll be back. First of all, some of y'all ugly. Don't nobody want you. The second thing is you need to be catching the first thing smoking, you know, that want to be with you and do halfway right. Listen, we're not telling ourselves the truth. You 400 pounds, 6 children.
Now what about it ain't even just them. It ain't what about the bad? You got some out here at Holyfield that ain't no 400 pounds. You got some out here that's tough. They ain't got no kids. What about them?
What's your track record? How many men you done slept with? Come on, man. I mean,
hey, because just like a car, where you got a whole lot of accidents on that car fat, you don't want that car now, do you?
If I can, listen, if I can afford a connoisseur, a car that costs $5.6 million, why would I go buy a Chevy Malibu with 198,000 miles on it? Come, man, listen. And so I think, and here's what happened. A lot of women give their value up willingly. And then they come back to the dealership and say, hey, I want to trade all this in here and get sticker price. It don't work like that.
Nah, your car ain't worth this Corvette costs $100,000. You a Malibu, and you got 100. You got 200,000 miles, and your water pump done been changed. You can't. Your trading value is a little nothing.
You know, listen.
It's different. But it's different with a man though, Holyfield. It's different with a man. What if a man got?
It don't matter. What if a man what?
What if a man got 100,000 miles on it?
Don't matter. We hunters. We supposed to have 100,000 miles. See, that's society.
They're gonna look at that, Holyfield. They're gonna look at that as a double standard, man.
No, it's not. No, it's not. And I'll tell you why it's not a double standard. Here's why it's not a double standard. It's not a double standard because women been doing just as much cheating as men if since the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? Wars have been fought over women because they was cheating. So we ain't finna do that. The second thing is,
wars have been. Boy, you said some real spiel then. But wars have been started because the queen was cheating, wasn't it?
Right. So here's the next thing you got to look at. Know your place. It's very important to know your place, man. And women are losing because they're out of place. A woman's power is not a man's power. When a woman truly
in our heads now, women like hold on, let me make this statement before you say that now. Now, this is coming from a man's point of view now, women. So don't take this and think, oh, you just dead wrong. This is how we seeing it through these. You know what I'm saying? That's how we see it. You know what I'm saying? And then what y'all asking for? You asking for what's a man's thoughts and what makes a man attractive. So we giving you this spiel, you know what I'm saying? And some of that may not be so your preference. Every man is different. Every man might not have the same preference. You know what I'm saying? But
And I understand who is this? Kentoria said double standards all day. So let me say this. I was a member of a church about 20 years ago, and this old man, it was about a year before he died, and he talked about his wife all the time. And he got real sick. Guess who he left all his money to? Everything he worked hard for in life, he left it to that woman. Because that woman knew her place. And her strength was in being a woman, not a hunter, not trying to be a man. And it paid off.
Right.
Oftentimes, we act like it's something wrong with saying this is how a man's supposed to act and this is how a woman is supposed to act. There's nothing wrong with saying that. That's not a double standard. I'm not saying there are things women can do I shouldn't do. You see what I'm saying? So women gossip. I shouldn't gossip. You don't see me saying that. Oh, that's a double standard. You know what I'm saying? Women do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, here's the thing. Women.
She said she don't want to walk into a gala with community property with community property.
Man, whether she know it or not, she already got community property, probably. Man, listen, man. Here's the thing, man.
Well, she don't want to do it then.
I don't mean no disrespect. I love my sisters, and I want to see my sisters win. Black women are the most educated women on the face of this planet. The problem is we got too much damn education. That's the problem. Black women got too much damn education now. They know more than a man. Right. A man can tell you, hey, don't make a left. The cops down the street. You know what the woman gonna say? Nah, I'm gonna make this left anyways, because my degrees. I got a PhD.
Right.
Man. So, and guess what? Men are not going to sit up and waste our lives with a nagging woman. I'm finna go out here and screw 8 women and have a good time while you arguing. And I'm going to come home while you still arguing. I'm going to go to sleep while you still arguing. I'm going to wake up and do it again. Man, listen. The Bible tells you a nagging woman it's better to sleep on the roof of a building than to deal with a nagging woman. I'm telling you, man, this is crazy, man. Man, what is talking about? I'm not saying don't know your place because a lot of them don't know their place, but that's the problem. Women think they can do what a man can do. Watch this. A man sleep with a lot of women, his stock go up in women's eyes.
That right?
But guess what? A woman sleep with a lot. Women, you have to understand something. You have a hole, not a pole. Things enter you.
That's real talk.
So you're sacred.
That's real talk. Phil, let me tell you. You said some of the most bad. Look, and they ain't gonna want to believe it though. You said
they got to. They'll be hated and single.
You said a man's stock goes up when he sleep with a lot of women. That as much as y'all women want, and some of these women are, oh no, I don't want that. I don't want that. All right, cool. That's just a small percentage of y'all. But what the man said is really true. Let a woman sleep with a lot of men and see how many men want it.
Nah, but have a good time. And the moment she get holy on him, he gonna probably want to go upside her head.
And then he gone.
You're right. You done gave it to my partner, my cousin, my uncle. You done gave it to the Indian that owned the gas station down the street. Now you get to me and you want to get dignified about yourself. You want to have some.
Okay.
You need to be giving it away. You need to give it away.
And not stepping on no toe though. Holyfield. A lot of the women that find themselves single and unmarried, a lot of them have extensive track records. I'll say it like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like It's like
some men like
how you
fun
think,
girls.
how you think you know, who gonna want you? What man gonna be proud to have you on his shoulder when just like with like Raymond said, you know, she don't want to walk into the gala with community property. How you think a man feel? You know, he walking into a spot and everybody looking at him, everybody be 3-4 men in there that had her, and he walk in there with a pride, but then, you know, just like women, men talk to, oh, everybody, oh, well, I smashed that, why, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, how you think that gonna make that man feel?
Right.
How you gonna think they gonna make that man feel? You know, you think he gonna be proud? Oh, here, John, Billy, and Joe was with my woman 3-4 months ago. Yeah, but I got her now. I'm proud too.
No,
it don't work like that.
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 So if you got a track record, that's why I say if you got a track record, you might need to, you know, get somebody to clean your record or something.
Your mother made a comment, and it's more meaningful to be faithful. Let me address that real quick. Once again, your mother is out of line. Guess what? What she's saying is perfect, but she's surrounded by a whole bunch of idiots and modern women. That's a unicorn. I agree with her, but that's coming from a spiritual place. That these young women ain't trying to hear that now.
They ain't trying to hear none of that.
They trying to be city girls. You know what I'm saying? They trying to bust it open on Instagram and
they already doing it. They already doing it. You know what I'm saying? And then and I'm glad you brought that up too, though, Holyfield, because you know I see it every day, man. I see it every day on my feed on Facebook and on Instagram and all that, man. Like these women are short. Like, first of all, you really ain't got to date you because we know how you look based off the internet. We really ain't got to find out now, you know what I'm saying? But just how the tea tastes, that's it. But because we already see what you look like, you ain't getting nothing to chase. You showing everything. You showing everything on the internet, and that's another thing, ladies. Y'all got these Facebook and your stories. You know what I'm saying? Y'all showing everything. Don't no man want no woman like that, man. Don't no man want no woman in the on her live or on her feed every time showing her butt, showing her breast, showing, you know what I'm saying, showing about what man you know want to get her and make a wife out of. That be real. Now he gonna come at you and want to have a good time, but he ain't gonna be there for a long time.
Let me say it.
I don't know.
There was a time that was a time as a young woman you couldn't leave that house in a kind of way because your grandma or your mama would ask this simple question: "Baby, are you selling?" "No, ma'am." Then take the for sale sign down. Take the for sale sign down. So right now we have black women dressing like prostitutes, but they say they want a good man.
But then another thing too, you know, like I said, the women putting all this stuff on social media, on their live feeds and on their stories and stuff. But then as soon as a man get in their inbox, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? What it do? What poppin'? Then you get offended. But you showing the man then. Right. You showing the man.
You show this man everything.
I don't understand that, man. I never understood that. Like women to be on here showing everything.
What happened to women being beautiful and modest? You know what happened to that? What's wrong with that now? You know, listen. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but
Red Taylor, I see you, Red Taylor.
This is the problem. You know, I went on Instagram. And if you follow me on Instagram, I follow all kind of women. I'll be looking at them, and I noticed something. I have seen women as nurses and school teachers, and you can tell the pictures where they slipped away to take back shot pictures and stuff. So man, if you're not selling, take the for sale sign down.
That right. That right.
For sale sign down. And if you want that type of man, then guess what? If you want that type of good man to come to you, you got to be presentable and holy. You can't be trash
Because
and you
get what you
shaking your
attracted.
ass every weekend and
Get
you
what you
talking
attracted.
about I want somebody good coming to me. Man,
And guess what you attracted. You know what I'm saying? You attracted no man that's gonna get in and out on you. With all your body out, you think a man, like I say, a man gonna want to have a good time with you because you look fun. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't gonna stay there for a long time. He gonna stash and dash. You know what I'm saying? You gotta these same women that's doing all this, putting themselves out there on this social media, man. They, you know, but they want a good man. You
some
not
women
gonna get them, and not all of y'all doing that. But I'm just saying,
right.
the ones that are doing that be the ones that's telling, you know what I'm saying, telling, oh girl, I want a good man, I want this and that. Oh, he, you know, how you gonna find him when everybody's seeing you? A man want his woman. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been seeing it all on Facebook. Y'all see it too. You know, I like my women like my furniture in the house. You know what I'm saying? In the house.
You know, risk take. I see what you're saying, man. Some women are scorned because they got with low life men, and they knew he was low life, but you know they wanted to test, try. Listen, it's human nature to want to test drive something before you buy it. But after you test drive it and you see that, hey, this car needs some brakes. Oh, where's the smoke coming from up out of the car? You'll be a fool to buy
it. Hey, you need to see it that if them brakes can be fit before you purchase the car.
Right.
Because if you buy it as is, then you gotta take it as is.
Gotta take it as is. And so you have classifications of men like you have classifications of women. You know, a man wants a woman that's going to support him, not cut him down. A man is a visionary.
Even when he had, and let me stop you right there. I hate to keep interrupting you.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
And when he say support him, that means even in his downtime, because a lot of women will support a man until he hits downtime, and then she goes throwing that in his face. That's not support. You got to support that man. You know what I'm saying? You got to support that man through his ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? Same with a man. With that woman, you know, her ups and downs, you're supposed to support her. But right. A lot of women will take, oh, you used to be, you was getting it, but you got fired and you ain't nothing now. You chop right. Down, you know what I'm saying? Like,
here's the funny thing. If somebody said double standards in the comment section earlier, but guess what? You right. Yeah, that's double standards.
But society has made it that way, but they want to live by society, right? When it comes to certain things, though.
Right. So watch this. A man, a full-grown man that's making 50 or 60,000 a year, watch this. He'll date a woman that work at McDonald's if she look good. Will it be vice versa?
No.
Nah. Now, why a woman ain't gonna finish? She ain't gonna do that.
No.
Men are not concerned with where you work at and those type of things. We're concerned with what works for us and what we want. It don't have to be monetary for us. If I meet a woman and she has a lot of potential and she's not holding herself and doing a lot of things, I don't care where she work at. I can build with her. Because as men, we are builders. But you know, women, nah, they ain't gonna do that. They ain't because modern women want dope boys. Because guess what? Dope fast money. So the narrative of a lot of things have changed. Where it's like you don't. So you ask the modern woman, do you really want a good man? No. Because the modern woman will tell you, this is her definition of a good man. A man that's going to buy her things she want, and he can put all the dope he want to put in her closet or whatever. Now, you got Joe Blow down the street that work at the factory. He made $18 an hour, but he ain't good enough. He ain't a troublemaker. He ain't going to have people hanging out at your house, all type of things. So we got to start we got to start holding ourselves accountable. Honestly, because the narrative in our community is we want everything but the right thing. And that's the truth, men and women. I'm just being honest. You don't have to like it, but I'm just being honest.
And I know a lot of people probably ain't liking the stuff that we talk about, but like I said, it's our point of view. Not every man gonna have the same point of view we got. You know what I'm saying? You can like it or not like it. You know what I'm saying? But you know that just Holyfield's opinion, and you know my opinion too. Not saying all men think like this now, so don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? We ain't saying all men are thinking like this. You may find a man that think the total opposite of what we saying.
They beta men.
You gonna find a lot of men that's gonna say the same thing.
If you find men that disagree with me and you, they ain't real men. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. They beta men. They weak. They ain't got no kind of options, so they're gonna take the first thing smoking. See, guess what? I don't have to fly Spirit. So guess what? I can go get a Delta airline ticket.
Right.
Because if I only got $60 in my pocket, I gotta fly Spirit.
Yeah, and a lot of women that's commenting on this post, you know, it's like that's y'all are commenting from a personal standpoint. You know, that's what we saying may not fit y'all, may not have been y'all story, but it's a lot of stuff that we saying that has been a lot of women and men's stories. So you know, speak for yourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Why do as men we have to do this? What we doing now? By the way, we ain't bashing women. Women bash men every day, and it's all cool. And it's cool. Oh, that broke ass. He ain't got no money, and he don't make enough for me, and he don't drive. What kind of car he got? He don't even, you know. So when women bash us, it's okay. It's all
that's normal.
Man, I'm no.
You know, hey, but like I say, you know, like I said, I know it's a lot of people out there that they probably wanted to hear some other things from us Holyfield as far as like, you know, what men like and dislike, and
we gave it to you.
But it's kind of, you know, like I say, at the end of the day, y'all, at the end of the day, you know, it's mostly what you willing to put up with and what you're not. At the end of the day, you know,
yeah, right? You know, men are starting to get a voice back, and it's an issue because it's like a man coming home to find someone else is playing the role of a man in his house, and so women, a lot of modern women are they're out of place. And it's a drug for them, and they like it because it empowers the ego for them. But that's not their place. And so now it's an issue. It's you're a male chauvinist, and you know you must hate women, Holyfield. And nah, I love women. I will support my sisters in anything, long as it's right.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't for the foolishness. And I ain't going along with it.
I can tell you this though. You know, I'm definitely gonna get another group of men up the next time we have this conversation, because I don't want the women to feel like, you know, the opinion that we have is like just me and you out of all the men in the world. You know, I'm gonna get some more men to get on this conversation. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if it's some men out there watching, you know what I'm saying, if y'all want to get in on this conversation, y'all let me know, because I want to hear from a lot of other men too, since a lot of the stuff that we've been saying tonight, a lot of women think it's kind of far-fetched and it may not be accurate. You know what I'm saying?
Watch this. Somebody asked a question. I don't mean to cut y'all. Your risk taker. Who's winning right now? The side chick or the main old lady? The side chick, because she know her place. The side chick is more feminine than the main lady right now. And I'm talking about modern women. Because the side chick is looking at things in the perspective of, listen, I understand you got this over here.
Somebody said a side chick always wins.
Hey, maybe. Learn just then if that's the case, it's something you need to learn from them. Stop trying to be a man. It's all to it. Stop trying to be a man. The side chick ain't trying to be a man. She understands that what we doing is an even exchange.
That right?
You got to listen. When a man and a woman sit down, they negotiate the terms of their relationship. It's a contract. It's duty. We don't get that, man. We bought into some black men and black women have bitten the apple and bought into some foolery. It's all to it.
That boy Real Take going in. That boy said, "Let's headache." Shout out to my boy Real Take, man.
How do you know if you are the side chick or the main chick? Well, the first thing you got to do is shut your mouth.
First and foremost.
First and foremost, shut your mouth, man. You know, I mean, if you're not a side chick and every day is nagging, soon you will be the side chick.
Right.
You know, that's just all to it. You know, that's all to it. Listen to my sisters.
Talk to them.
If you want a high value man, Kevin Samuels was telling y'all the truth.
They hated it.
Hated him. Listen, I was listening to some Kevin Samuel videos today, and that brother was really, man, he was patient in a lot of things. And I promise you, 5 years from now, they have already said this, 5 years from now, everybody that's bashing that man is going to go back to videos and say, you know what? He's right. And I can prove it to you. When they killed Dr. Martin Luther King, if you go to blackdemographic.com, they did a survey. When they killed Dr. Martin Luther King, do you know Donald Trump right now is more popular than Dr. Martin Luther King when they killed him? 75% of the population could not stand the man. Even in the African American community, they saw that man coming down the street. They said he was a troublemaker. So the point I'm making is this right here.
Talk to him.
The narrative, we don't want to hear things. And so we villainize a person if it's something that we don't want to hear. But the tale of a true adult is medicine that tastes good, I don't want. I want the bitter medicine because I know what it's going to do for me.
That right?
See what I'm saying? That's how you know you growed up. When you could take what's bitter to the tongue, but good for the belly. So, you know, the brother was saying things and he was laying it out, and you know, sisters did not want to hear it. They didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to hear it. But women of other cultures was like, he's on point. We understand that.
That's true too, Red Take.
You know, you know, but risk taker, you have to understand the comments that a lot of comments you are making. That's the modern woman.
The modern
so
woman.
When you get what you get, and that loneliness is still there, your true nature that God gave you steps back in. Mm-hmm. And after you done sold yourself short, now you talking about, well, Bubba, you know, can you find somebody for me? Hell no. I'm gonna find somebody for you for. And you done went out here and slept with my cousin, my uncle, all this, talking about something, you looking for love. Man, please. You know what? Man.
Hey, that's real, man. All right, hold it. I don't think we can get no real, boy. You like, hey, man. Like I tell you all the time, Holyfield, that hey, you speak a lot of the truth, man. A lot of people, and this real old saying, don't nobody want to hear the truth.
You know what? But I have to say this to you, even at work, man. Sometimes you'll say things to me. It be straight up the truth. I don't want to hear it because I might be in my feelings for a second. But as a man, right. Watch this. 5-10 minutes later, you know what I say? That's the same thing my grandma would say to me. I can't go against it. I can't go against it. Because guess what? If I'm an adult, I want that real medicine. I want what's gonna be bitter to the stomach, what's gonna be bitter to the tongue, but good for the stomach. Don't give it to me the other way around. So a lot of women, they have romanticized stuff following this liberal women's movement. And what women have done now is they romanticize this falsehood,
right?
This narrative that is silly. And we got to wake up and come out of that. You know, in our community, it was always negotiation. It was always, okay, you're going to bring this to the table. I'm going to bring this to the table. We're going to come together and have something together. We're going to work together. We're going to raise a family. This is what we're going to do. And we're going to get each other up out of this hole, this rut that we're in. Now it's because I can have a baby by you, take you to court, and my daddy is going to take all your check. See, it's turned into a pimp game now.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. You know, a lot of these women, you know what I'm saying, they send these men up getting babies by, like you said,
right?
It's money. It ain't, you know, but the men set themselves up too, though, in some of these cases, a lot of the cases, for real, you know what I'm saying? So, men, the message to my men, y'all be careful, man, because these scavengers are out there. Just like the women say, oh, this man, I took care of this man. And I worked and gave him everything, this and that. Just like it's male scavenger, women scavenger too. They're going to hit you in the pocket, and that's an 18-plus year investment, a kid. That's a lifetime investment, matter of fact. We're going to say it like that.
Right.
It's a lifetime investment. So don't get tricked off the streets.
Risk Taker said toxic women has the best sex. Let's debate. There ain't no debate. You better wear rubber because you'll be sorry. Toxic women also bring diseases too. Listen, man. So we throw that word toxic around, but when you go take an HIV test and they tell you positive, you bitch, you don't want no more toxic women in. We have to get out of this foolish narrative that we are promoting, and we laugh about it, and we think it's funny. You know, I have been around all type of people, and I have watched people die behind a lot of things. And so I say to my brothers and my sisters, choose wisely in life. And I don't want to be one-sided and talk about the sisters, because there's a lot of good women in this chat that got dealt a hand that, you know, wasn't right. And you can only take so much.
Right.
I just say to those sisters, tell the younger generation what's right.
Yeah, the older women, and that's another thing. Y'all older women, y'all moms that's out there that old, like my aunties and stuff like that. Y'all need to teach these women how to be women. Just like the saying go, oh man, you need to teach them how to be a man. Well, the women need to teach these women how to be a woman, and maybe they'll have a better chance in landing a good man one day instead of landing all the men that they've landed. Because believe it or not, women, if you had a man that did something to you or did something wrong by you, you know, it was a reason, and he did it for a reason. It's something you may not never know, but it was something. It was something that wasn't brought to the table that he might have seen interested in, you know, he might have seen in another woman and became interested in that. But regardless of the reason, you know what I'm saying?
And then, I'm not telling a woman to just stay in something and let a man.
Right. No, I was just about to say that. Yeah, I'm not telling you to put up with something that you ain't capable of putting up with, because, you know, it's all about what you want to deal with.
But once again, Risk Taker said, if you ever cheated, you're toxic. Simple. The key word is cheat. High value men don't have to cheat. It's called reviewing your options.
Right. And that's gonna probably have to be another one of the topics we talk about too. And that child support, I seen him say something about child support. We're gonna save a lot of that stuff for the next episode, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, the conversation got real deep, and I know a lot of people.
I love my sisters.
You know, I love a lot of things you were saying, Holy. So, yeah, right. But man, once again, that was from a man's point of view. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, not every man or not all men think like we think, or think like Hope or think like me. You know, everybody got different preferences and different views on things. But like I say, ladies, you know, it was the Gentlemen's Club tonight, and we just had to let y'all in on some things and some stuff that, you know, we see through our eyes, how we see it through our eyes. So with that being said, I want to thank Holyfield again for coming on with me and being a guest tonight on the 80s Baby Conversation, and, you know, bringing out this Gentlemen's Club conversation tonight. You know, it's going to be another episode coming up soon too, guys. So please like and subscribe to this channel, the 80s Baby Conversation, on YouTube and on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? We really need y'all to do that, man. Like, support us. You know, even if we stepped on your toes tonight, I still need you to like it. I still need you to tell a friend to tell a friend. And let's get some lights, and maybe we can get some better people on here to talk, and, you know, to talk about things, man. Or some of y'all, you know, hit us in the inbox or something. Give us something to talk about that y'all want to hear about, y'all want to discuss that y'all probably can't discuss. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about it for you. You know, so hey, hit the like, subscribe, and hey, we'll holler at y'all next time, man. We out.